Alright guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll quickly show you on how to download an area image sourced from Google Earth, georeference it, then digitize study area of your choice. So the first thing to do is to launch it to your Google Earth Pro. Alright, this is where you are going to be eligible to download an area image of your choice. Alright, make sure you are connected to an active internet because it uses an internet connection. So provided you don't have a particular coordinate of your location where you want to download an image, alright, you can just come to the search arena here, search box, then you type the address of that particular location. So in the course of this video, we'll be using the Federal University of Technology Owerri photo. So you can just come here and just type photo. You see the options coming up already, so you click on it and you click on search. So the moment you click on search, it will automatically launch you into our study area, into the study area. So this is photo here, but then we know where we want to. You can decide to navigate to the particular place you want to download the section you want to download from. So you check, for those who are familiar with this particular environment, this region here, that's the Faculty of Environmental Sciences. So we want to download this particular section of the image so that we can georeference it on ArcMap, then digitize and our study area. So what to do next is just to go to your download option, but then you can't just download an image. Okay, we'll need some set of control points on it that will aid our georeferencing on ArcMap. So if you check beneath here, you'll find that this are coordinates written. The moment I keep scrolling my cursor around, those are the coordinates of this particular region. So what we'll be doing here is to extract the coordinates of points. At least for georeferencing, we need like 4 control points on this particular image that we want to download to aid our georeferencing. So how to do that is just to go to your add placements, okay, add place marker. You click on it, then you can edit the name to control point 1. I'll call it CTR1. Okay. Then here, because this particular icon, so you can come here to change it. So I'll be using this particular one. Then reduce the particular scale of that icon. Right, let's leave it that way. Then I click OK. We'll see that the icon changed. So I will move it to one of the edges here. Okay, we need like 4 control points to one of the edges there. Then these coordinates of this particular point, all you have to do is to write it down, because that is what we'll be using to reference the particular coordinate of this control 1. You write it down in a particular book. So here we go. So the moment you finish writing it down, you just click on OK. Right, it will be saved. The same way, you are going to add another set of control. So I'll call this one CTR2. Alright, then you make sure your controls, they are sparsely distributed around the image. So I'm putting it here, somewhere here. Alright, just don't let it cluster in a point, just separate them. So this is the coordinates of this particular point. If you see, the moment I move it, the coordinate starts changing at this particular point. So this is it here for control 2. Alright, so you copy it down in the book as well. I'll do the same thing for my control 3, CTR3. Right, then I move this one somewhere here. Let's move it somewhere here. Right, so the CTR3, this is the coordinates. Just have to write it down as well. So I'm done writing down, then I click OK. Do the same thing for the 4th one. This is CTR4. Then you can now move it somewhere here. And see how sparsely distributed it has. So don't let it cluster to aid your georeferencing. So you copy it down. So the moment you are done with that, just click OK. Then the next thing is to download this particular section of this image. To download it. So how to download it is just to come to this particular download. You see save image. Alright, this particular icon, save image. Click on it. So the moment you click on it, you see some options popping out. Alright, this untitled map and the legend, we don't really need it. We find out it's covering our control point here. So all you have to do to uncheck that is to go to map options. Okay, uncheck this title and description, then uncheck legend. Uncheck scale as well. This scale is this particular something here, so we don't need those parts. We just want to see all our image complete. Alright, so that's just this. Then you can click on save. Then if you check the next, you can just decide to cancel here. Right, so if you check the next, then it's the resolution. That is how sharp you want the image to be when you are done downloading. There are different resolution scales here, so let's just go for maximum, that is the sharpest. Then you can now go ahead to click on save image. It will ask you the directive where you want it to be. So we can just decide to create a folder. So I created a folder. So I'm navigating to that folder, study. Now I'm gonna give it a name. Area. I don't do area image. Right. You cannot click on save. So it's downloading already. So this is how to basically download an area image from Google Earth. So that's just it. Let's close the tab. The next step to do is to launch into your ArcMap. Okay, file. Open it up. The ArcMap will open, then we can go ahead to georeference that particular image, because it's a JPEG, it's on georeference. So we want to georeference. Georeferencing simply means you are assigning coordinates to a particular image that's not having a coordinate. So you are just assigning a coordinate to the set of the raster image. So our ArcGIS is opening up. I don't decide to please close. If you have any work environment already, So the first thing to do on ArcMap is to define the coordinate system you want to work with on the layer. So on this particular layer, you right click on it, go to properties, and now you go to properties, go to coordinate system, right? Define the particular coordinate system. Remember, we downloaded an image from Google Earth, which is using the WGS84, WGS84 data, alright? So, and what we want to work with is on WGS84 as well. If your work is not on WGS84, you have to do a datum transformation. But what we are having for this video now is just WGS84. So, you go to projected coordinate system, scroll down to UTM, then scroll down to WGS84, go to Northern Hemisphere, then scroll down to the zone. Alright, photo is in Owerri, which is zone 32, right? UTM zone 32 here. So you click apply and OK. So we have defined the coordinate system we want our layer to be. Then all you have to do next is to import the JPEG image of the downloaded area. So here it is. Click on it, then click add. So it's telling us that it's on no spatial reference. It is why it's telling us it's on no spatial reference, because the image is not yet to reference. It's not working, it's not having a coordinate system. So we have to do OK. Then we need to georeference this image. So how to do that is straightforward. We have our CTR spread across, that is our control point, but it is not yet assigned to this image. So we want to assign those coordinates we extracted on Google Earth to this control point to help us define this whole image, the particular reference system. So how to do that is just to go to add control. You see add control point here. Click on it. Alright. You'll see a plus sign. Just zoom to the particular control point you want to georeference first. Click on it. Alright. Right click. Then input X and Y. Right, then click on it, general X and Y. Then you put the instance of the extracted coordinate for control 1 and the nothings here. So we are putting in instance now. For control 1, the instance is 277, 004, and 3. Y for the nothings is 596, 031.7. Then you click on OK. Alright, when your image disappear, no cause part alarm, just go to your area image on the layer. Right, click on it. They go to zoom to layer, click on it to bring it back. So you go to do the same thing for CTL2. Remember, what we are doing now is georeferencing. Alright, put the instance for control 2 in your X, which is 277.955. Click on OK. Do the same thing, go to the image, click on zoom to the other. It's bringing it up. So the next thing is to go to CTR 3 as well, right? Click on it, X, Y, blah, yeah, I need to for CTR 4. Zoom to layer. Then we want to check the root mean square, because that is what we ate. We have to see the precision of what we've done. Root mean square is just like a quantity, okay, that tells you how precise what you're working with, how precise it is. So how to check that is to go to the root mean square icon here, view link table, right? This is where you're going to see that. So you go to the link table. So let's increase this. If we check what our interest is this forward, okay, the root mean square error. But we are not seeing something too precise. We're having 0.16. Alright, so then we want to have something of 0.00 something that is more precise. So how to do that is just to, if you check, these are residuals. Alright, these are the residuals for X, for the instance, and for the northeast. And these are the combination of the residual squares. So we need something that is going to be on 0.0 something. That is how precise we want our image to be, our georeferenced image to be. So what you have to do is to go to the X, okay, the X of the first control point. Alright, you check with this edit table. Okay, you can just choose to increase it. Alright, let's increase it by 45 here. Right, so you can see now the root mean square changed to 0.08. Right, you can still increase it more so that it's going to be that precise. At times you have to just reduce it, okay, so that you can have something very, very beautiful at the both end of your work. So, well, let's achieve something much more beautiful than this. So I'm increasing it to 77 this time around. So you can see it is now 0.0168. So it is okay this way. So if you check the residuals now, they are now on the 0.0. All of them. So we are going to go this way. So the next thing to do is to go to georeferencing. Alright, you need to rectify the image first. Rectify the image. You don't need to do much changes here. Let's click on save. You can see it's loading here. So it's gonna be 200%. So we've successfully rectified. Alright, then all you have to do is to go to updates. So you can see it's updated already. So all these are image. You can see here, vignettes. They are showing the instance and nothings of this image. Alright, you see what I did first? I had to uncheck the first one, then bring in the new one. I'm gonna remove this one now. But this is our georeferenced image, the georeferenced image. So that is basically on how to georeference. So like I said in the course of the video, I'm going to show you on how to digitize the study area of any region of this particular image. You can see it's very sharp. You can see it clearly to digitize anything at all. So let's say you are having a particular project to run a bathymetry chart. Okay, to produce a bathy chart of this region of this river. Okay, you want to do an hydrographic survey of this region and you want to put it as a particular visualization on your report. That's okay, this is the region you did your hydrographic survey on. So you just want to digitize it on this map, then add it to your report as a study area map. So how to do that is just to go to your catalog here, right, click on it, navigate to the particular folder whereby you want the shapefile to be. So click on it, then new, then scroll down to shapefile, right? So here, all you have to do is to name the particular shapefile. So I want to call this site, right? As is the site I want to work on from this image, then want to call it on, define the coordinate system whereby you want the shapefile to be, right? And scroll down, let it be on the same coordinate system our georeferenced image is. Scroll down to TM, scroll down to WGS4, northern hemisphere, and down to the zone. Okay, alright, then you can now, okay. So if you have done that successfully, you have created a shapefile for the site you want to work on. You can now close this. So you can see, you have it here. Make it follow so that you can see through when you digitize it, alright? Make it follow that you click, okay. So to digitize this particular river, alright, this region, say you want to do a hydrographic survey on this particular region, alright. So all you have to do to digitize that is now to start editing, go to editor. In case you can't see this on your own toolbar, alright, on your own work environment, just click customize. Then you activate this editor. Okay, activate it. Alright, then you just close it. So the moment you activate it, it's gonna pop out in your work environment. So you go to editor, then you click on start editing. So all our editing tools, they are now activated. So where you have to navigate to is now create features. Click on it, then click on sites, then click on polygon. You can shift this somewhere here. Then you can easily digitize this region by just clicking on the edges of the river. Just the river only. Yes. The moment you double click, okay, it's gonna pop out. Then you can make it filled in again, right? Make it filled in and this. I want to leave it this way. So you have successfully created a feature, your study area, like a feature, a site in this particular image. So zoom to layer, then save edit, remember, and you stop editing. If you are done with digitizing your particular site, what you want to work on, stop editing. But if you still have other places, you can decide to still digitize it by creating the shapefile for it, just like I did for this site, for this river. Right, create the shapefile, then you digitize. So typically that is also. Lastly, we can do a precision analysis by just importing a particular CSV coordinate. Alright, those in my school from the Federal University of Technology know that there's a particular control established with the static models, GPS surveying somewhere here and here. So we are going to be launching that to see if they are at their respective positions. Remember, this datum was on MENA datum, but it has been transformed to WGS 84, which this image was to reference on. So remember that you cannot import MENA datum coordinates on a WGS 84 datum, and it's going to for it's not going to align, it's not going to overlay, except you do a datum transformation first. So I've transformed the coordinates and I'm overlaying it. So how to do that is you bring in the CSV format of the control. It was saved on Excel, okay? So you bring it in there, you display X and Y, right? So don't need to do much. You can see the projected coordinate system is this, right? Then click on OK, click on OK as well. So those in my school can testify that. Let me make it bigger. Make it right. So this is like a precision test. So these are the two control, right? Somewhere here and here. So we can decide to delete it. Just if you see, it's on photo 001, which is WGS 84. Alright, then WGS 84 photo 003, and that is just it. So furthermore, in case you want to see this particular shapefile on Google Earth, it's still possible, alright? Still possible. I still do it. All you have to do, okay, is to minimize, alright? Then go to your Google Earth Google Earth, alright? Launch into it. So the moment you launch onto it, remember you are expected to be connected to an active internet. Click on OK and OK. All right. So the next thing to do is just to go to your file, all right, and scroll down to import. Okay. Well, this is the folder I'm working in. So you scroll down. This is the file extension of different this thing. You click on it to choose the particular shape file, the file extension of what you want to see, what you want to overlay on Google Earth. So Google Earth can still see shape file, can still see different format, okay? A GeoTIFF, a TIFF file, different kind of format. So we want to work with a particular format, which is the shape file. That is our site. What we digitize on our image is S3 shape file. So you click on it, you can see what we digitize is there. You click on it as well, it has popped up on the file name. All you have to do is to click on open. So the moment you click on open, and can see, so it's going to launch you at just where you digitize on ArcMap. You can see this is where we digitize on ArcMap, so you can try to make. So that's just it. Thank you for watching.